In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the rubric in the Commons, how to download it and import it into your course, and how to attach it to assignment. So first, go into your Canvas course. On the home page, click on the button that says Import from Commons. In the search bar, type in BSc and CHM Lab Skills Assessment, and you'll see it'll pop up. Click on this assignment, and then click on the right blue button that says Import Download. Do not click on your course here. We do not want to import this into a course. It will disrupt your Canvas course. Instead, click on Download at the bottom of that screen. And you'll notice that a zip file is downloaded onto your computer. Typically, it goes into your download file. Now scroll up and click on X to close that window. Now let's go back into your course. We're back on the home page. I'm going to click on Import Existing Content on the right side of the page. Now I'm going to click on Select One and then scroll down to Common Cartridge 1.x package. Under Source, I'll click on Choose File, and I'll find that zip file that I downloaded a minute ago. Next, I'm going to click Select Specific Content, and then I'll click the blue button that says Import. This may take a few seconds. Now you'll see a blue button appear that says Select Content on the right side of the page. Next to Rubrics, check that box, and next to Learning Outcomes, check that box. Then you'll need to scroll down the page and press the button that says Select Content. And you'll see once again it says Queued. This takes just a few seconds. Now the rubric has been installed into your course. You'll need to do this for each course individually. Now you have to decide, are you going to use the rubric with an assignment that counts as a grade in your Canvas course? Or are you just going to import your data and of your assessment of the rubric, but it really won't count in your course grade? Let's do that scenario first, where it won't count in your course grade. What I'll do is I'll press on Assignments, and I'll create an assignment by pressing the blue button that says Plus Assignments. And I'll type in a name, whatever you want to call it. Then I'll scroll down. It's worth 0 points. We're not going to actually add it into our gradebook, so 0 points is fine. And I'm going to use no submission for the submission type. Then I'll say Save and Publish on the bottom right. Next, I want to add the rubric. There's a button on the bottom left that says Plus Rubric. Click on that. And I'll want to click on Find a Rubric on the upper right-hand corner of the box. Now you'll want to scroll down until you see your course. You can use the slider bar here to scroll if you need to. And I can see that I have the Apply Laboratory Practices rubric installed. I can click on it. I can scroll down, and then I can choose Use this rubric. And now the rubric has been added to my assignment. I can leave it the way it is because it's not going to actually count as a grade in my Canvas gradebook. Instead, I'll go to Speedgrader on the upper right-hand corner. This will let me score each student individually. So if I press on View Rubric, you'll see it's all squeezed together. I can't really read it. Instead, use the left key on your mouse and hold it down, and then drag the 3 arrows in the middle of the vertical bar so that you can actually see what you're scoring. These are our 3 learning outcomes that we're going to be scoring. And if you need to see what each one means, you can click on the View Longer Description and it will open it up. The first one says Integrate Safety Practices During Laboratory Activities. And then I'll just choose one of these scores to assess each student. So I choose 2 points, And then I do my next learning outcome. It says accurately document scientific data. I gave him a 1. And my third learning outcome says apply laboratory skills, and I'm giving him a 2. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see there is a 4th line. You don't need to do anything with that. Just leave it alone and hit save. And now your scores have been saved. You can go to the next student by clicking on the arrow that points to the right next to the name of the student. Your data will automatically be collected by the data team. Now let's look at the scenario where I want to attach the rubric to an assignment that will be graded in the Canvas gradebook. So in this case, I'll click on Assignments on the left navigation bar. Now, if I want to create an assignment, I'll do it just like I do a traditional assignment by clicking on this plus assignment button. But I already have an existing assignment, so I'll click on that one. It's called Test. And you can see my assignment is worth 100 points. You'll notice that it doesn't have a rubric added currently. So I'm going to add our rubric for the learning outcomes for the AA degree pathway. So I'm going to click on plus rubric on the lower left side of the page. Next, I'm going to press find a rubric in blue on the upper right hand corner. And I'm going to scroll down using this vertical scroll until I find my course. You can see that the rubric has been installed. So I can click on it, and then I can use the vertical slider on the right side and scroll down until I see use this rubric and click on it. Now my rubric has been added to my existing assignment. You'll notice that the first 3 rows are the learning outcomes that we're assessing for the AA degree pathway for STEM. These are not changeable. They're worth 6 points total, and the 6 points is not added into the sum for the assignment. So for example, my assignment is worth 100 points. So I can fill in the rest of the rubric so that it adds up to be 100 points. And I can use that to score the existing assignment in addition to these 3 learning outcomes. I might add another row, and I can do that by clicking on plus criterion and press new criterion, and then I can add whatever it is. And you'll notice I'm only at 10 points. I need this to sum to be the same point value as my assignment, and my assignment is 100 points. So I might decide to go in and use the little pencil to edit the amount that each level in the rubric is worth. And you can also divide this into different levels. This is just like traditional rubric creation. You'll notice that my rubric is worth 100 points. And once again, it does not include the 6 points that are being assessed with the learning outcomes. One more step. You need to click this button that says use this rubric for assignment grading. Put a check mark next to that and then update your rubric. Now you're ready to grade. You can click on Speedgrader and you can start to see your students' names. So the first student here, I want to press on View Rubric, and you'll notice it's squeezed. So I want to hold down the left mouse key and drag this out so that I can read my rubric pieces. Now, the learning outcomes, if you need to see what they are, you can click on View Longer Description, and it tells you what the 3 are. So I can assess George on each of these learning outcomes. These are the 3 that are for our AA degree assessment pathway. Additionally, though, now I can add in his assessment for the existing assignment. And when I press save, you'll notice now the number of the existing assignment score is added there. To go to the next student, I just click like normal on the arrow pointing to the right.